BCUC, it's a band from South Africa, 14 years now. We're doing music for the people, by the people, with the people. So it's Afro-psychedelic. That means it's African gungungu. That means you can't even think how it sounds. You know, you have to experience it. Yeah. We represent the positive in South Africa and the positive about the world. We're from the place that gave you Nelson Mandela. So like the place gave you Nelson Mandela. That means their place is capable of giving you a lot of positive people, you know. So yeah, watch us here to kind of be ambassadors of where we're coming from through music. Yeah, that's BCUC. We will never be happy with the situation anywhere in the world, no. You know, anywhere in the world, you know. But we, instead of trying to say the government should do this, the government should do this, we're not happy, but we're trying to change our circumstances. You know, like our circumstances are in our hands. You know, like stop looking for handouts, you know, start doing something. And we know that our history is not beautiful. That means like a lot has happened that made us to start from so far at the bottom. But the beautiful thing about knowing where you are going to is that it is possible.
Because, yeah, in the Hollands, yeah, in the Netherlands, we and you were cousins.
Yes, and awareness. Yes, and awareness. But not the awareness of, hey, they are guilty, you see what they did to us. You know, like, no. It's an awareness that we as the people, jointly, we've got a responsibility of reaching towards each other. I am not a victim because, like, even my parents, I don't think they felt like they were victims, you know, like my parents are a bit young, so I never experienced apartheid, you know, but I'm experiencing the legacy of apartheid. And the legacy of apartheid that I'm experiencing, for me, is just an aftertaste. What do I do now after apartheid is gone?
Together, we did our first concert in Paris. I'd actually heard them just through YouTube and related searches before, and I'd listened to the music. They have an EP, and I remember thinking, I can tell this music is deep, but I can't really get the power from my computer speakers. You know, when you see a band and you're like, I'm not even going to really check them out that much because I can tell that actually what they're doing live isn't transmitted through, you know, through the internet and through MP3 that well. So when Antoine, the guy that was bringing them to Paris, got in touch with me, because he knows me through my band, The Comet Is Coming, said, hey, there's a chance to play with them. I was like, okay. I still didn't listen to a lot of them because I thought, I don't want to have preconceptions. I don't want to go into the meeting thinking, okay, I can do this thing that I know, or I can do that. I wanted our encounter to actually be on stage, like. And I feel like music is one of those, it's like a microcosm. So for me, it's not like people say, how do you play in these different bands and interact in these different scenarios? For me, it's people interacting with people. There's different levels, like there's a surface level of the music is about unity. On an abstract level, it's like however you get to that, whatever issues you've got to bring up to address the fact, it is essentially about, when all is said and done, we want unity.
Yeah.
You know, if it means that there's going to be difficult periods of bringing up the past, or difficult periods of people appreciating what role they've had to play at certain junctures, the end result is actually unity. And that's what I get from the music. But there's also a level where I feel languages have limitations. So languages are things that we've developed to direct what thoughts we have from whichever culture to other people. What if they're actually thoughts that we've not admitted to ourselves? You know, there's sentiments that we have, and we might say it's a vibe or it's an emotion, but there's things that as societies we've not put into words. So for me, music, and like the music that we play together, has a function in actually articulating or forming the space where people can articulate those thoughts and emotions that maybe they've not considered, in the presence of music. I mean, for me, the people need to be able to really try to inhabit what other people might be feeling on every possible, and on an abstract level. You know, it's not something that comes easily, and I think this is the problem. It's not something that, some people have more apathy than others. People, it's a thing that you have to decide you want to do.